Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Can you either pass me the remote or switch off the AC?
Sure.
Feels a bit, I don't know, I feel a bit frisky today.
What?
Hi guys, it's Marie. Welcome back to my little English page. Today I have a fun video for you. I am discussing 8 mistakes that I used to make as I was learning English. And there's a mistake that I still make, and you will see that it's gonna be a tough one for me to explain. Did you see that little intro that Aaron and I did? Well, if you stay posted until the end of the video, you'll figure out what was wrong in there. There is a word that I used, and it's not quite the right word to use in that situation. So, let's get started. My very first mistake is related to the word lap. Your lap is basically the area of your legs, that's the top of your thighs. I used to say my laps. Why? Because lap is a plural word in French, and so I just naturally thought it was a plural word as well, a countable word. In English it's uncountable, so you refer to your lap. A similar mistake that I used to make is I used to say my periods. So, what is your period? Singular. Your period is when a woman has her menstrual cycle. That's your period. But again, in French, it's a plural word, so I used to pluralize the word period. So those are 2 of my main grammatical mistakes. They were related to countable and uncountable words. There's another quite common mistake I used to make, which was my phone's charger. I used to put a possessive to phone. Well, you only use the apostrophe S for people, or you could even say animals. My dad's house, my brother's car. But you don't use it for object, the phone's charger. No, you just say the phone charger. Now, let's have a look at some pronunciation mistakes I used to make. This thing is called a Polaroid. Polaroid. Can you hear how the stress is on the first syllable? Polaroid. Well, I used to say Polaroid. Then there's another one which is a little fruit. It's called a fig. I used to use a long vowel. A fig. A fig. No, it's a fig. Fig. It's a short sound, a short vowel sound. The next mistake is kind of a mix of grammar and pronunciation, I think. And that's the one I still struggle with. So how do we say that? I used to say an aunt's net instead of ant's nest. I think I've said it right. My next mistake is also because of French. A ball, okay, you play games with a ball. Well, ball in French is very similar to balloon in the way it's spelled. So I would tell Aaron, oh, are you going to play football with your little balloon now? And it sounded a little bit ridiculous. When you're tired, your brain just doesn't work right and it makes silly mistakes. Alright, and last but not least, did you see the little intro earlier? I said frisky. English has some Latin words, some words from a bit of everywhere, and some English words and French words sound the same or very similar. So I kind of thought that a French word was basically the same word in English, and it's not. The word in French is frisky, which means you're a little bit chilly, you're a bit cold. And I thought that the English equivalent was frisky. Sounds the same, right? Yeah, well, frisky is not the same. If you are feeling frisky, it means that you're in the mood for sexual intercourse. And that is definitely not what I was trying to say, so be careful with using the correct words, guys, because you can end up in funny situations. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear some of your mistakes. So why don't you comment those mistakes down below? Let's see if we can all have a little laugh. Obviously, we're not making fun of anybody, we're just laughing all together. And that's it for today, guys. Keep on learning. Bye-bye. And I used to say an aunt's nest or net. I still don't know how to say that, guys.